Wex is back. I'm very happy about that. Let's get into this Juan Soto story. On the surface, $440 million is a lot to turn down. Is it just that there's more money out there, or could it be that he doesn't want to stay with the Nats?
I would love $440 million.
Wouldn't we all?
For the next 15 years. Yeah, of course I would. Here's the deal, though. Do I think he wants to win with the Nationals? 100% I do. He won a championship when he was 20 years old, his second season. This is all he's ever known. So I absolutely think he wants to stay with the Nationals. Do I also think he wants to get paid more money? Yeah, I do. And those things are mutually inclusive. You can want both of them. And the fact that you have $440 million over 15 years, that's a little more than $29 million, Maria. Annually. Okay, that's a good number. That's not enough for Juan Soto. He's 23 years old. He's leading right fielders in strikeouts. His strikeouts are the lowest and his walks are the highest of all right fielders. He's a top 4 in the league, right? He's right behind Aaron Judge, but those numbers are better than Aaron Judge's numbers, and he's just 23 years old. So I think that he wants to stay, but I think he's going to get paid. He's got Scott Boras on his side.
It's fair. I mean, he would be underpaid in a few years at that rate. But reportedly, the Nats will listen to trade offers. Should Mets and Yankees fans be paying any attention to that?
If the teams would like to give up all their firstborn children and then some, then I think that they should be willing to listen. No, I think that there is a team out there there are a lot of teams. The Padres are reportedly potentially thinking that maybe they could offer something up. You got to be willing to give up a whole lot out of your farm system. We know the Nationals have a terrible farm system. They're in the bottom half, I think the bottom 3 of the entire league. So they'd like to restock that part of the situation. But also, you're going to have to pay Juan Soto a lot of money. And I think the fact that they're airing this out, they're like, hey, look, we're willing to give you some money. This is what we're offering, $440 million. How could you dare turn that down? But if you really break it down, I don't think it's enough for him. Yeah,
and I feel like it is kind of messed up to put that out there right now.
Well, and we saw that with Aaron Judge, too, right? We saw Brian Cashman say, hey, don't forget, we're not the bad guys here. But at the end of the day, both of those guys, it's bad for business if they don't push the market. If they're not asking for more, that's bad for the sport. That's bad for the next guy coming in. So this move, we talked about this earlier, does it help Aaron Judge tremendously? No, but Juan Soto taking the deal would hurt Aaron Judge.
And I'm so glad that you brought that up because we know what Aaron Judge was offered from the Yankees. And the average annual value is pretty similar to this, but obviously it's a different situation. He's 30 years old, but is he still, smiling, seeing this big number?
Oh my gosh, yeah, because you know that he's a guy who cares about the future of the game. You know, he knows who Juan Soto is. Everybody knows who Juan Soto is and what he's done this season. You're going to look at Juan's numbers right now, and you're going to look at Aaron's numbers and think, well, Aaron Judge should be getting paid bajillions of dollars. But Juan Soto is 23 years old. He's been winning awards since he stepped onto the stage, and he is going to get paid more money. The value that he brings to a team, the fact that he gets better every single year, it's just a no contest for me. And he's got, as I said, he has Scott Boras as an agent. The only other thing I will say is that historically, when you test the free agent market, you're going to get more money. So do I think that the trade is going to help him? I don't. And I think Juan wants to stay.
Absolutely. Very curious to see what happens here. Dani, thanks so much for being with us.